Right, good morning everyone, my name is Joe Edwards and this is my placement project for the summer. Now what I'm basically going to talk about are my career steps and all the activities that I can do that will get me from A, which is where I am now, to B, which is my ideal career point. Now I'm heading back to 2010, where I believe my first career step started. I needed to establish what I wanted to do as a career, and I was messing about with it. So I had all these ideas and I wasn't sure. They ranged from paramedic to event manager. I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I'd go off what people thought I'd be good at, hence the travel rep, the teacher. But the problem was I was juggling all these ideas, but I didn't have a plan behind them. I just assumed I'd be successful without thinking of anything. But the truth was, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know what I wanted to be. So all I knew was that I wanted job satisfaction. I wanted a job with purpose, but I wasn't going to get there without a plan. So I had to recognise this and I had to decide, do I work my way up to the job I'm in now? That will get me to a higher career point, or do I go to university and have better prospects? And I decided to go to university. I realised I wasn't getting the job satisfaction I was where I am now. So all I had to do was analyse how we were feeling in the jobs. I was at William Hill Bookmakers, and I found it was getting in the way of uni, so I had to recognise I had to have a change. So I applied for a job that would work better around my uni, allowed more focus on what I needed to do to get to where I wanted to be. So I got a job at Herbert Brown, which was ideal. And from what I wanted to do from here, getting the job prospects from uni, you'll be able to understand and get me places I want to be. And the long-term goal I want to be is a business relations manager. Now, why does this job appeal to me? This is everything that speaks to me. This is everything that I'm about. It speaks to my character. I mean, many of the reasons why I want to do something like this in my life, I need a change. I need to feel important. That's just the way I am. And I'm not getting the satisfaction that I'm at now, like I said earlier. Now, the thing about this job, I did a careers quiz and a self-evaluation. It was Howard Gardner's multiple intelligence test. And it revealed I was interpersonal, which was that I had good perception of people. However, I knew how to associate themselves to me, which is the main link as a business relations manager. You've got to build new relationships, you've got to meet new people. And so theoretically, this was the job I needed to have. And this was backed up by another careers test I did, which basically agreed with the Howard's interpersonal one. But why does this job speak to me? You get to wine and dine clients. I get bored very easily. So it was a different experience daily. You have a sense of becoming your own boss, because you've got to go out there, you've got to find these clients, you've got to give presentations. Everything about it seemed exciting to me. Identifying new markets, there was everything. And but why does this job fit into my character? You've got to be tenacious, you've got to be proactive, you've got to be self-motivated. All of these things I've had experience dealing with the jobs I've had. I've had to deal with cutthroat people, and I've had to appeal them to get them onto my side and my way of thinking. But, however, you also need a degree, which, going back to the uni decision, I'm going along the right lines to get to where I want to be. So for this summer, I need to find a project that will project myself towards that goal. Now, how I'm going to find this, I need to find something that will get me on best possible track, and I'm a great believer on it's who you know, and not what you know. So I need to use everything I have at my disposal now, such as networking, the management I'm in, LinkedIn, Themis, myself, recruitment agencies. I've got to use them all just to find these projects, and this is what I've done. And the first one is at Herbert Brown Jewellers, which is my current employment. I have two options here. I can go for a project or I can go for a promotion. Now, if I was to go for a promotion, it's not anything that I can get over the summer. And because they've come into new ownership, they might have their own ideas. So this makes it for a week project. However, if I was to do a project with them, I've got access to the right people. I've already made a good first impression with them, so they might be willing to listen to me. I've got confidence, I've got drive, and I've got fresh ideas. But like I said earlier, it could be limited. I'm going to be a small fish to big pond. It's already a well-established company, and I've not been there too long. So truthfully, it's not what I want to be doing in life. But the opportunities I have, I've been able to associate that the presence at my current shop it's hidden in plain sight. So I need to sort of promote it more. Maybe have signs built to advertise whereabouts it is, because it's right in the middle of Burnley, but no one seems to remember it, so maybe that needs to change. Now the threats are they are new owners, so they wouldn't listen to any of the old stuff. They want to pull in their ideas. So that was option one. Option two was volunteer work at a bigger company. Now the strengths are here, I've got a learning incentive, I have access to the right people as I discussed earlier, and I've got drive, I've got fresh ideas, but again, I'm going to be a small fish in a big pond. A company's going to be well established already, they're going to have their own ideas. But the good thing is, they're never going to turn away free labour. They're crying out for volunteers, but who's to say that I'll be able to get out what I can get out of it? I mean, what can I do for them, but more importantly, what opportunities are they able to give to me? And finally, Edge to Perfection. It's basically an upholstery business, a small one in Burnley, and this gives me, out of the three, this gives me the more opportunities. You know, I'm able to tailor my experience of my project to associate with my ideal career role. You know, I have business experience, I have access to all the right information, access that I've identified that this company doesn't get, things that could cost them thousands and thousands of pounds, so I need to incorporate that and use that to my advantage. The only issue is, you know, I'm young and I don't know anything about upholstery, so I've got a lack of knowledge in that sense. So if I'm going out networking and someone says, oh, what do you think about this? I might not know it, so I've got to go out my way and learn all these things. I mean, the opportunities I've got, it's a clean canvas, it's a new business, so there could be a lot of theories and structures that I can implement just to really structure them. I can get them, I can understand where they are and where they want to be and give them ideas as to where they're going to get there. I mean, the risk it could be, it's a new business. You know, anything I do could be a risk for that new business. And the only other thing, it's a family member that owns the business, so it can be a good thing and a bad thing. They could just give me whatever I want, or they could be really apprehensive and just say they're doing it as a favour. So I need to show them, look, I'm here for you, you're not here for me. I need to really implement my ideas and show them that I can be a good asset. And the only other thing, he's got a partner, so there could be some certain amount of unwillingness to cooperate and take in the ideas. So finally, why did I choose three? I did go for the Edge to Perfection project because I believe this offered more opportunities. And the theory I implemented with this was John Crumbolt's planned happenstance theory. Now, what the theory is about, I'm a strong believer in the theory, and it's the best theory to possibly link to my career goal. It revolves around situations that you do not have control of. However, it associates itself to anticipate the decisions of others, which is the main concept of the business relations manager. So using this theory, I'm able to improve and measure my self-development, which is something that employers really do value these days. It's going to give me all the necessary work to learn the trade at my own pace, and it will give me the time to create my own opportunities, which, as a business relations manager, you have to do. So I needed to create an action plan to associate myself, and keeping track of the planned happenstance, I had to take into account everything that was out of my control, which, being a small company, a lot of things would be out of my control. So I had to make up objectives. One of the things I wanted to do, I wanted to gain experience in building relationships, which would be a key asset for the main job role. I had to understand the actions required in the business. I wanted to make a big impact on my career path. I wanted to give myself options. I wanted to implement my ideas, and I wanted to make a measurable difference. Right, so how can I benefit the business? I mean, the good thing about this project are the possibilities. You know, the information support I can offer will be new to them, so they might be able to take that into account. I'll be able to analyse new ventures with the information I have access to, and I'll be able to generate new business by using my contacts to network, something that I don't believe they've taken into account yet. So I could be offering tons of new business. I'll be able to analyse new ventures for them. And to sort of do this, I'll need to network, I need to do a lot of visits, a lot of contacts, a lot of desk research. I need to give them markets that they feel they can go down. They need analysts of competitors, which I still don't believe they've dealt with. So what information will I need? I'll need goals and targets. I'll need to know everything about that business. I need to know where they are now and where they ideally want to be. So I need to know about the competition, I need to know about the business, I need to know what threats they're facing, I need to know what they're willing to let me do. So if I go to a network meeting, I need to know what this company is about and how they manage. And then next, what problems could I face? As I discussed earlier, as a family member is associated with a business, the problems are limited. However, I won't receive the support or the guidance I would do if I was to go to a bigger company. So I need to do everything myself. I mean, the problem is I could lose them business rather than create them business. And I could cause problems rather than fix problems, which, you know, it would be frustrating for myself because I'm there to try and implement my ideas and prove to myself that I can do these kinds of activities. And if something does go wrong, I need to analyse why. I need to keep going back and keep on improving. I need to really bump up my skills in networking and meeting people in order to make a difference. Right, what's next? Taking the Habermas theory into account, I've created a short 5-year plan. Now, it will be similar to my action plan that I've created for the project, except it's a little less vague, and I want to give myself aims and goals that I want to be, that I can revolve an action plan around these, given the situation. So now, you know, I want to finish my first year at high marks. You know, I do want to do project placement. You know, I want to enjoy myself. I want to enjoy my holidays. I want to kick back and reward myself. And I want to get into my second year of university. And at that point, I want to be bumping up my CV. And then, secondly, I want to finish my degree with highest grades as possible. I want to look to be doing internships at big companies. You know, I want to be volunteering just to get my CV bumped up and really stand out for future employers. And finally, I want to apply to a business honours, a BA honours in business management, which will further boost my standing to getting the job I need. Finally, I want to finish my BA honours. At this point, I want to be organised. I want to research my job opportunities. I want to be applying for these degree level jobs, which is why I'm doing it for. And on a personal level, I want to be looking for my own house. I want to get my life started. Once I'm in my job, you know, I want to understand my job role. I want to start a family. I want to be organised at this point. I want to know what I'm doing and where I'm going to be. And then finally, in 2018, I want to have mastered my job role. I want to be looking further. I want to see where else I can go from it. I want to be looking for promotion, higher level jobs. I want to raise a family as well. But I also want to consider doing teaching in this preferred field. And finally, in summary, if I stay to the action plan for the project proposal, I think I'll give me all the necessary skills and experiences to create a domino effect that will widen my career path. I mean, all the experience and knowledge that I do gain along the way will hopefully hold me in good stead for when I do need them in the future. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Are you open to questions?
Yeah.
Yeah. I noticed that you want to go into teaching at some point and not into business management. Is there a reason behind that? Because obviously you can go up the ladder, become manager, director, chief executive.
Well, I am kind of hoping to go down that avenue because I want to have as much experience in the business world as possible before I even consider going into teaching. So if I was to go down all these management levels, I'd be more than happy to. And then I'd assess how I felt about the career. And then if I want to go on and use what I've learned and teach it to others, I'd be more than happy to.
Okay, thank you. Do you have any questions? Okay, thank you very much. Well done, Joe.